Rasheed with a steal and the feed. Rip with a stop. Make it 21-9.
You can deny what a stop that was by Detroit.
Get it out of here.
Nice cut inside by Anderson. Shot rejected by Ben. Saved by Lindsay. Ahead to Rip. Behind him to Ben for the jam.
We went on a 8-game win streak where we held teams, below 70 points, I think 5 or 6 of the games. I think that's when people started really believing around here that we have a chance to win this thing.
The Pistons will do it again. They're going to do it again. 5 in a row. An NBA record has been added to this afternoon. Another team fails to score 70.
With Rasheed Wallace making a difference at both ends of the floor, the Pistons won 20 of their last 24 regular season games and would enter the playoffs with a wave of momentum and a newfound swagger.
Well, we have a chip on our shoulder, man. Ever since she came over, it was like everybody said, all right, now they the team to beat now. Before that, nobody gave us a shot to do anything.
There was an undertone in the community that, something? The Pistons are serious about making a run at this thing.
Entering the playoffs against Milwaukee, Detroit had reason to feel confident, but too much confidence could be dangerous.
I just think you got to win 4 games, in this series. That's the way you got to look at it. You can't look past any one game. You just got to be ready to play.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the excitement of NBA playoff basketball as we get set for Game 1 of Round 1 between the Pistons and the Milwaukee Bucks.
Bucks can't stop us. Bucks didn't want to come here. They didn't want to come here. They tried to miss the flight.
And Milwaukee would never get off the ground in Game 1, as Detroit recorded 14 steals, a team playoff record. And after shutting the Bucks down, the Pistons stampeded right past them.
Phillips behind the back. Big Ben. Oh, baby.
The Pistons would cruise to a 26-point victory, and their playoff drive couldn't have gotten off to a better start.
We felt we played the way we wanted to play. We're going to try to duplicate that, and definitely they're going to make some adjustments, and they're going to play a little harder, and they're going to do some different things, to try to, make game 2 a little different.
Yet they couldn't have imagined just how different it would be. Not only did Michael Redd burn them with his outside shooting, the Pistons would hurt themselves with a series of costly mistakes. All the good feelings of Game 1 had vanished as Detroit let the home court advantage slip away. And their defeat would serve as a jarring reminder of just how treacherous the postseason could be.
It was just too easy for them. The first game, we won too easily.
And the Milwaukee Bucks have upset the Detroit Pistons. They've tied the series at 1.
And so they relaxed a little bit. Even though we were telling them not to, it was easy to do. It's just human nature.
From that, we learned a lot, knowing that when we win the first game, we can't relax on the second. It was a wake-up call.
Their call had arrived early in the playoffs, and the Pistons would answer it immediately when the series moved to Milwaukee. First, they would take back the home court advantage by capturing Game 3. And then, with a victory in Game 4, Detroit put a stranglehold on the series.
Prince from downtown. The Pistons take a 3-1 lead in this best of 7.
Returning home for Game 5, the Pistons would never allow the Bucks into the contest, closing out the series in resounding fashion. Milwaukee was now behind them, but the memory would remain.
They challenged us, and we responded really well. And I saw us growing up. We took a step forward there.
As Detroit prepared to host New Jersey in the conference semifinals, they were confronted with the painful reminder of how last season ended, a humiliating defeat at the hands of the Nets.
Last year, we were the #1 team in the Eastern Conference going into the playoffs. And, they swept us out. They're a team that really dominated this conference for 2 straight years. And to get to where we are now, you got to go through that.
We're set for Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals between the Pistons and the New Jersey Nets.
The Pistons had long been burning for revenge, and as the series began, they wasted no time seizing their chance.
Got swatted by Ben. Memo has it to Rip. Rip up the right side, alley-oop to Tayshaun for one fine jam.
Holding the Nets to just 56 points, Detroit raced off with Game 1.
Left corners to Jefferson, a rainbow three, way short. Chauncey with a board, forecourt to Tayshaun, flipped it up, back over his head.
You know when it's going your way, George, when you can make a shot like that.
And after a slow start in Game 2, the Pistons would roar past New Jersey once again.
Ahead for Rip, alley-oop, and the throwdown from the big fella. Chauncey with a drive, lifts it up and in. That's a big-time basket right there.
They were down 12 at the break and outscored the Nets 61-34 in the second half. 2-0 Detroit, heading to New Jersey.
We take it as we still got a long way to get to where we want to get to. You know, we can't relax. We still ain't accomplished nothing. We up 2-0, but they swept us last year. We can't let up at all, you know, because they're gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? And we just gotta be more and more prepared for them to come out and try to bring their A game.
Yet all the words of caution didn't seem to help. The Nets had brought their best game, and the Pistons couldn't match it.
Jefferson getting inside. What a move by Richard Jefferson.
We probably got a little too overconfident in how easy the games were here in Detroit. And so when we went to New Jersey, we may have slacked off a little.
That's 82, the Pistons 64. So the Nets bounce back after the 2 losses.
And so that gave them some energy, and that gave Jason Kidd the freedom to do a lot of other things. Then their crowd got into it. So we found ourselves 2-2.
As the Nets win both games at home, wire to wire over the Detroit Pistons, and a tied the best of 7, 2-2.
Unfortunately, the first 2 games were too easy, and we got a little full of ourselves, and they brought us down to earth pretty quickly.
So now all of a sudden it becomes a 3-game series.
Full house at the Palace. This is the pivotal Game 5.
Though the first 4 games had all been blowouts, this contest would be a tense drama. The Pistons surged to a fourth-quarter lead, but they still weren't able to shake the Nets as the teams battled for control of the series. And as Game 5 entered its final furious moments, New Jersey was coming on strong.
Jason Kidd all the way. What a play by Kidd. Jason Kidd gives the Nets the lead with 1:08 to go.
With New Jersey leading by 3 and just seconds left in the game, only a miracle could bail out the Pistons.
Pistons need a 3, and they have just under 3 seconds to do it. Here's Chauncey Billups. Here it is. He's got it. He's got it. Chauncey Billups hits the 3. Overtime.
I thought that shot would give us the momentum going into overtime. And, it gave us some momentum, but we just had so many guys foul out. We had 4 of our 5 starters foul out, and we just didn't have enough.
In a war of attrition, the Nets survived.
Scalabrine for 3 and a big one. Brian Scalabrine with his 3rd beyond the arc.
New Jersey had prevailed in a triple overtime classic, and for the Pistons, it was hard to imagine a more bitter defeat.
There's maybe only one other Game 5 that was as disappointing as that one to me in my entire life, and that was Isaiah with the pass that Bird stole in Boston. That was a Game 5 as well. Those 2 games were as demoralizing as I've ever been about some games. The next day when I came in, though, I said to Larry and the staff, I said, this could be a defining moment for this team, because either we're going to fold tent and continue to say we're contenders, or we're going to bounce back from this and move on to new heights.
But when Game 6 began, it was the Nets who were soaring. Leading 13-2, they seemed ready to send Detroit home for the summer.